calories. I don't care what the doctor
Central Petroleum Company, better known as Simpico Lubricants, is a trusted name for high quality and performance lubricants. Simpico lubricants are proven to excel in heavy duty applications with over 260 national and international championship pulling titles. Simpico lubricant customers have proven the benefits and savings of trusting their equipment to Simpico lubricants. If you own or operate trucks, tractors, or heavy equipment, call today 1-800-553-1891 or online at simpico.com.
The official fan app for truck and tractor pulling. Sign up, pick winners, win cash. It's that easy. Fullpull.us.
At Profab Machine, we strive to provide competitive, top-notch quality transmissions, transfer cases, and driveline products for truck and tractor pulling competition. Profab uses modern machinery and the latest technology to produce high-caliber products. From the product materials to the heat treating process, quality and satisfaction are our #1 priority. Profab Machine, trusted since 1987.
Heavy diesel rebuilds and machine work is High Plains Performance's specialty. Their team of qualified and experienced professionals are at the top of their industry. Contact Doug for a quote today.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is the largest of 3 sanctioned national pulling associations with 16 classes and more than 350 competing vehicles streamed on outlawpulling.tv.
Truck and tractor pulling is evolving, and these guys are helping lead the charge. Jason Schultz, Logan Stevens, Jason Bittinger, Bert Forbes, real insight, real conversations, one goal: to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling. Welcome to the Let's Grow Pulling podcast.
We now interrupt your program for Party with Stu. Woo!
Welcome back to Let's Grow Pulling. I'm your host, Logan Stevens, alongside Chris Kilbarger and the one and only Bowling Green Stu. Boys, it's been a week. What has gone on?
It's been a long week.
Dude, the weekend was packed. I was streaming like 5-6 streams in a row, and I got to give a shout out to Cummins Killer 3. Holy, I don't know if I can say the S word, but holy shit. 394. I jumped off my couch. That was absolutely amazing. I went nuts. The last one in the class, and he blew it out of the water. That just blew my night away. That was amazing.
How about Chase doesn't suck?
Oh, yeah.
He got a belt.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's too much to absorb. My kidneys were already filled with McDonald's, and I had to absorb all that streaming this weekend, so they're filled.
Yeah, mine was Saturday. I was down at Clinton County Fairgrounds doing a Region 2 hook. I was actually filming, so we did great until cleared the end. We had 2 modifieds left to run, and it just cut loose.
Oh wow!
We got rained on so bad, it was horrible. Bert was running the board, and my son and I had to sprint 300 feet to try to get his camera and get it under shelter. And then my son and I held down the easy up so we could get everything torn down, because there was probably 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh no!
It was just blowing on us. It was bad. So
that's crazy.
It didn't ruin anything. So
wow.
Yeah,
that's nuts. I did not catch that.
Unfortunately, I need to give a shout out to Kevin Giroux, because I told him I was his good luck charm, and he didn't get a hook that night because of the rain. So I'm no longer his good luck charm.
Oh no, just that week. There's always another week.
I know.
It's like Jen and Craig, man. One week your calories are filled, and then the next week, your points are filled. The next week starts a new week. Then you just start back at 0 again. You'll be fine.
I mean, they didn't get to finish the class, so they didn't lose any points. So
okay,
but him coming by with the tarps on it, I guarantee he was shaking his fist at me.
Oh yeah, so, no, I get that.
Those things, but got to see the Radical Ranger run with 3 Bell Jet helicopter engines on it.
That's awesome.
That thing's a piece. Wow,
that's sweet.
It's almost like Griffin Growl. It just sounds crazy.
Yeah, turbines are awesome. I love the different.
I mean, they're not turbines; they're actually V12.
Oh, they are.
Build jet Ranger helicopter engines.
Okay.
So it's been out there a long time, but now he has 3 of them on it, and
that's crazy.
It's cool. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
tell us about you, Logan.
Well, I went polling this weekend. We had a pretty all right weekend for our first Champions Tour event. We went out there, just had a soft tune-up and trying new chassis stuff, new driving stuff, and it responded like we wanted to. So now we can keep pouring the power to it, and we should be able to make a pretty good run at it here next weekend in Evansville, Indiana.
Nice. Are you gonna like step it up in levels, or are you just gonna try to go to kill tune within the next 2 weeks?
Well, that's for spur of the moment to decide. But now we're gonna creep up on her a little bit, but we're just gonna make sure that she's got a good enough tune to where we can get old Schultz a good fit tattoo here in a couple weeks.
We gotta get that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
we do.
That's gonna be great. I'd like to know where everybody's at tonight, and also what are you drinking, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, for those who choose not to participate or if under 21. I am doing Red Stag Jim Beam with Coca-Cola tonight on the rocks.
There you go.
Smooth and easy.
Sweet tea.
What's that?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea, that's for me.
Sweet tea. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. Dude, Jack Honey and sweet tea are amazing. Dude, I love that. That's a good mix. I do.
The closest thing I get to an Outlaw shirt tonight. That's actually a Monster Truck shirt, but for the
that's
Jersey
cool.
Outlaw.
I got my Waffle House BG shirt on from 2025, so
that's cool.
I'm biased.
I got my Bowling Green hat on.
Nice. Not 29 days. 29 days, Chris.
Yep.
So not that I'm counting.
No, not at all.
Jamie said real quick, what the hell will be in for Goshen? I think we're going to try to roll in there Thursday or Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, watch the poll there. And then we pull Thursday. I think it's Thursday evening is when we hook out there.
Okay.
So that's in 2 weeks. It's a little weird. We always used to go Goshen to Evansville to Altamont, Illinois. But I don't know if it's leap year or what, but Evansville's a weekend earlier. So.
Yeah. How many miles have you put on in the last 2 weeks?
Oh. Well, last week we were 2,400 to North Carolina, and then we were another 1,000 this week. So we've gone 3,500 or so.
Damn, that's nice. Nice. Good job.
So got out there, got back, and now the great thing about this week is we don't have to work, relatively speaking, on much.
Okay.
So it's a lot better, a lot calmer. But no, we're going to be jumping around here. We're going to be going to 3 different states, talking 3 different promoters.
Nice.
All sides of Poland. And we're going to go ahead and bring the first one on here to tell us a little bit about one of the longest running polls here in the United States.
The Roar returns to Chapel Hill, Tennessee, July 24th and 25th. Don't miss the Lions Super Bowl of the South at Lions Motorsports Park. 2 nights of the nation's best competitors battling it out, beginning at 7 p.m. each night. Watch super stock diesel tractors, pro stock tractors, 4-wheel drive trucks, modified minis, and the earth-shaking unlimited modifieds as they fight for super national glory. Experience the smoke, the thunder, and the horsepower that make this one of the premier truck and tractor pulls in the country. The Lions Super Bowl of the South, July 24th and 25th.
And there you go, the Lions Super Bowl of the South. Joining us here is Clint Bowman and Larry Rojo Chapman. Clint and Larry, how's it going?
It's going good.
Welcome.
First of all, before we jump into the whole Chapel Hill deal, tell us a little bit about kind of how you got involved with Chapel Hill.
I got involved when I was just a kid, just always wanting to be here to help and get involved. And of course, Chris Gilbert, everybody knew him. He'd find something for me to do. So it sort of grew on me and stuck with it. And here I am.
The pool itself started off basically with old farm tractors and run what you brung and anything that you had, and then we got to move up, and we finally made it to state level. State level, we went a little further on up with that, and it just went uphill, and it got bigger each year.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome. Chris and Stu, I'll let you kind of run with this first, and I'll jump in when I need to.
Yeah, just a quick question for you guys. Since I haven't been to that event yet, and I say yet, what's the most unique thing about the Lions poll versus other polls? What makes you guys unique? What do you guys think on that?
I think the pullers may appreciate the attention better rather than having two tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the whole crowd just focusing on one track. And
Gotcha.
we try to run it pretty quick and keep things moving, and maybe that. I don't know. It's
That and Southern hospitality.
the Southern hospitality.
Well, that's true. And I'm sure there's really good food and probably some sweet tea or something there too, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
We do a lot of feeding. Barbecue.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hot slaw. Everybody's got to have some hot slaw.
I would love to try that someday. That sounds amazing.
Well, come on down.
I've got a calendar. I'm marking stuff off. I'm definitely marking stuff.
Got about 5 gallons of it made, so come on, we'll save you some.
That's awesome. Well, I don't want to bring my stepmother. She'll have 4 gallons of it, so I don't want to bring her.
Well, believe it or not, we used to have some super stock guys, and one of them would carry a big old container back home to his mother. And she said she had arthritis real bad, and she'd eat her a spoonful every night before she went to bed. It took
That's
care of her
awesome.
problems.
That's awesome. It's a superfood.
It's a superfood. Exactly.
That's great. Just like Busch Light. That's a super drink. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Wow. That's so cool.
So what have you guys been up to getting ready for the event this weekend?
Well, today we've been just piddling around and cutting limbs here and there and weed eating and cleaning up and trying to do a little fencing and moving some bleachers around and just setting ticket booths up and stuff like that.
How many people do you think that holds if you're at capacity?
I don't know, 8 or 10,000 maybe.
That's a lot of people. That's awesome. That's a lot.
Yep, 2 traffic light town.
That's awesome. Yeah, Virginia. No, good point. No, that's great though. That's fantastic. I love it. Now, do people like to sit more? This is leaning into later on in another segment. People like to sit more closer to the track or back in the back part of the stands at the higher end. What do you think?
I think everybody likes sitting in the lawn chairs next to the track.
Okay. That's where I lean towards. So yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. They put out lawn chairs a month ago. Started chaining them to the fence. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How long in advance do you guys have to start prepping for this? Are you guys already started working on next year? Or how long does that usually go in advance?
Believe it or not, I've ordered some bumper stickers already for next year, and I meant to already have that done.
That's awesome.
Get them out this year, but it's a year-round job. It's kind of like a tobacco patch, you know.
Gotcha.
It's always something to do.
You guys have a lot of volunteers. How many volunteers do you have that help with the event total?
We have about 90 in the club. I was doing some rough estimating one time. It probably takes 200 or better to put this show on.
Oh, wow.
From clean up to concessions to... And that's all through the town. The school teachers, it's the whole town comes together. It's just not just the Lions Club.
So everybody throws in a helping hand, basically.
We're able to contribute to all 3 of our schools. Well, we got elementary school and intermediate, and then middle and high school. And we get a lot of help from cheerleaders and band members and whatever, because they're the ones that benefit out of it. We have been able to provide a lot of stuff through the years. Mm-hmm. We don't keep one penny. All of it goes back to the people in the town to help them. And then the Lions Club International Site Conservation Plan, a lot of money goes into that. And so
you guys get definitely a round of applause for that.
Yeah, people don't realize it when we say we need your help 2 nights a year, and they've been pretty good about showing up and helping us those 2 nights.
That's great. No, that's awesome. You guys work your butt off. It sounds like.
Yep.
and we're all getting old.
I know we talked about it a little bit when we had you on last year, but how many vehicles do you have coming there this
I'm in
weekend?
a whole lot better shape this year than we were last year. We're probably I've counted up 71.
71.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
How
going
long do you
to be a great show.
How long do you think it'll take to run 71 vehicles down that track?
I think we should be done by about 11:30.
It's not bad at all.
If
What do
Mr.
you?
Ken if he's got the track built right, and he kind of patterns it after Louisville, and between all the breakage, yeah, we ought to be done around 11.
Nice.
Who's doing your track?
We do it ourselves. Ken Lamb, he's been with us since day one, since we started. So he's been doing it for years, and I'm not going to get in his way. He's always done an awesome job. And we sort of turn him loose and let him go.
Yeah, you
There
never
you
get
go.
the track builder's way. That's for sure.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, we got a lot of information years ago from all people, Dr. Wayne Rouse.
Yeah.
He used to come and pool, and he told us one time, said, your track's dead. And we said, how do we make it come to life? He told us what to do. The next year he come back, he said, you're almost there. Second year he come back, he broke stuff. He said, you're kind of like Louisville now. We have tried to keep it right where it's at.
We put a wheat crop on it every winter, then turn it under in the spring, try to let it all rot and die, and just keep the dirt alive. That's helped a whole lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many years have you guys been? How many years has the Super Bowl of the South been going on?
75 was the first pool, sanctioned pool. We had a farm pool maybe the year before that, just to test the water. 74, I was a little kid, 7 year old, but I can remember coming to it. But since last year was our 50th.
51 years.
Just about 51 years, yes.
Wow.
You're my age.
How
Yeah.
far do you get people coming from do you get a lot of Canadians that come down, people from the West Coast? Like, how far do you get people to come?
Well, we've seen them come from all over.
New York, we got a lot of New Yorkers that come down to visit with us for some reason.
Nice.
Floridians.
Yeah.
I mean, that Californians. I mean, there's several different ones.
That's awesome. That's sweet.
When Tom LaRue had his following, we had a lot of Canadians that would come down to see us.
Yeah. Well, they didn't bring the smoke. They're not going to bring the smoke with them, hopefully, this year.
Yeah.
What smoke? Oh, Canadian smoke.
Yeah, we had a big problem with that up here in Michigan and Ohio last week. So, but
So
yeah,
you got 5 premier Grand National classes going in. Talk to us. I mean, what it takes to. This is not just like any ordinary event. What does it take to actually pull in Chapel Hill?
Well, you've got to be in the top 15 is what we've always shot for. Or be somebody that's come regular and supported us over the years for a lot. And it's hard to tell some of these guys no, but, we've got to put on a show and try to keep it where the crowd enjoys it and not pull all hours of the night. So I wish I could have a lot more of my friends here than I think are my friends. I'm going to miss a lot of guys this time. Rob Russell, one of them, and some of the others, Mac Petty crew, and but people make choices, and we've got to do things that's good for Chapel Hill, and we sort of chose to stick with the top 15 in each class, and or what we could do out of them. We wound up with 18 four-wheel drive trucks and 17 pro stock tractors this time, so we got a little bit over, but I think that'll make up with not having but 7 unlimiteds and 14 super stock tractors. So, we ought to have a really good show.
Awesome.
We're trying our best to get put on a good show with a single track and get everybody to see what they come to see and then get them home. Before we went to 15 and before we went to invitational stuff years ago, we had everybody and the brother coming and showing up, and we have, believe it or not, Clint probably remembers it, we would see the sun come up the next morning. We'd still be out there pulling, and then have to start all over.
Cleaning up, we're having to start all over on Saturday night.
So we had to cut back the invitation.
We had a
That's
few
awesome.
years like that. It's hard to say no, but it's something we've got to do. And they understand. All the pullers understand, and they know what we've got to work with.
So not that it would ever happen, but what would it take to put 2 tracks in there?
I don't know, about 5 million, maybe 6. We'd have to buy some more land. Not that it's probably not ever going to happen, though.
Yeah.
So you guys landlocked down there?
Sort of. Pretty much. Stru's got us locked on one side and with the county property, and then coming out toward the highway. This housing here. Yep. Be pretty tough to do.
When all the pullers used to come in with a single axle road tractors and a little gooseneck trailer with a camper on top, we could fit everybody in here. And now they're coming in with these super haulers.
Oh, yeah.
They coming in with that, and your room leaves quickly.
Yeah.
So what do the fans kind of need to know coming into this event? I mean, we see there at the bottom, clear bags only, no coolers or backpacks, no outside food or drink, and parking's $5. What else do they need to know coming into it?
Come expecting to see a good show.
It's going to be warm. Just come prepared.
Yeah.
And if it gets down to 60 at night, it's going to be pretty cool on a lot of folks. So, I'm going to pack a long sleeve shirt.
We had that to happen about once or twice in the 51 years where somebody actually needed a jacket. So
that's true.
Cool.
So another very unique thing about your event. I mean, talk to us about what the weekend winners get down there.
We give a chair away. It's called, I guess, the Chapel Hill chair. It's a director's chair. Started out blue and white. I was explained to that one time why, but now it's orange and white because we've been orange and white. Everything's been orange and white for the last, I don't know, 20 years. We were orange and white doing the blue and white chairs. But anyway, we give away country hams, and some folks just didn't know what to do with a country ham at one time.
What's nothing to do with the country ham? Come on.
Have a little mold on it. They thought it was bad. So
they would call Chris Gilbert and say, this ham you give me for second place is no good. Well, what'd you do with it? Well, we give it to the dog. And no, you wash it off and you need it.
Good Lord.
But anyway, we sort of thought we would do a chair. Mother Ring got a ring, and I guess we've been giving away chairs since the late 80s. 88.
Every now and then you'll get a video from somebody's home or their hauler one and see how many chairs that they've got. And it's always exciting to see somebody win that first time and get one of the chairs.
I love it. I think that's really unique that you guys do that.
No.
I love that.
That's what I was going to ask. Who do you think has the most?
Travis is always aggravating Steve Birds about the chairs, and I just couldn't take it no more. A couple of years ago, we give Steve a hard charger award. He got a chair. So they can't aggravate Steve about not having a chair no more.
That's cool.
He's got enough for a round table.
Yeah.
Nice. So do you guys actually sleep the night before the actual event? Do you sleep at all, or are you just tossing and turning?
Oh, yeah, I sleep. I don't have any problems.
We another thing we started here a few years ago, we had a bunch of them come in, and they always want to go to Nashville. And we have provided transportation to carry quite a few of them to downtown Nashville early on a Thursday morning and leave them, and then go back and pick them up on Thursday night, which is always very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
How far are you guys from Nashville?
About 40 miles.
40 miles.
40 miles.
Oh, that's nothing.
What's your favorite part?
What'd you say?
What's your favorite place to go in Nashville?
Oh, I'm home.
If you would go, I don't care nothing about going to Nashville. If you would come to Nashville on a Friday or Saturday and just watch the Daisy Duke shorts, the short dresses, and all the party buses, and it starts about 10 o'clock in the morning,
The fanfare.
and they're still going late that night, and it's exciting just to sit down somewhere and watch them.
I enjoy going to the airport when I'm going on a cruise.
Right.
No,
That sounds like a good time to me.
There's some nice places down there. The Reds and I don't know, different ones. Tootsie's Orchid Lounge still going.
Yeah, we carried quite a few of them down there, and they try to do karaoke and different things in the bars and
Hard Rock.
Yeah, I've been to the Hard Rock before down there. It's pretty
Nice.
cool.
I think what's the short guy? Jason
Jason
Aldean.
Aldean's got one.
I'm not a big country music fan or music fan, period. I can't name those songs. We got some folks live around here I do work for, and they don't understand why I don't understand what they're doing. But
He can't hear good, I think it's one of the reasons
that's probably it. But I don't get excited about country music for fame and glory. But I'm sorry.
So, as we're kind of rounding this out here, what sponsors do you have? What helps you guys the most to put this
I'm
event
gonna
on?
tell you what helps us the most is, or who helps us the most is H&R AgriPower. The Hunt family has been awesome to Chapel Hill for the last 10, 15 years that I can think of. Steve has always went above and beyond anything I've asked him for, and just help any way they could help. And bend over backwards. They bring us tractors to work the track with, and tow tractors, and they've just been good to Chapel Hill over the years. Thompson Machinery, Cat, they give us rental equipment. We make deals with them. They're good to work with. And we've got a lot of other sponsors that do displays. I can't name them all off the top. I'm gonna leave some out, and somebody's gonna get mad at me. But the major ones is Farm Credit, Rural First, and some of those. Nashville Cedar Direct. So.
A lot of our hometown people helps a lot though. We do a lot of small advertising stuff for our program stuff. We got a lot of people here in town that has been involved with us since we've had a pool.
It's amazing how $100 here and $100 there, and it all adds up when you got a lot of $100 put together. It's we go 100 page program, I guess, with different advertising and all that. We've been pretty fortunate with advertising.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Well, thank you guys. I know you guys are super busy, and thanks for spending a little bit of time with us. And best of luck this weekend down there in Chapel Hill.
Good luck. Enjoy cold beverage.
Just
come see us.
Y'all come see us. Be glad to have you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers to you guys.
All right.
There you go.
The Roar returns to Chapel Hill, Tennessee, July 24th and 25th. Don't miss the Lions Super Bowl of the South at Lions Motorsports Park. 2 nights of the nation's best competitors battling it out, beginning at 7 p.m. each night. Watch super stock diesel tractors, pro stock tractors, 4-wheel drive trucks, modified minis, and the earth-shaking unlimited modifieds as they fight for super national glory. Experience the smoke, the thunder, and the horsepower that make this one of the premier truck and tractor pulls in the country. The Lions Super Bowl of the South, July 24th and 25th.
Boy, how about that?
Those guys work their butt off, and that sounds like a real blessing for that whole town, and everybody pitches in. God bless them. That sounds like a really good time.
The biggest pull of the South right there.
Yep. That's a bucket list one right there.
Absolutely. I would
back there.
love to get to go there someday.
Me too. Always wanted to, never have.
I think the way it's been explained to me, that was one of the first polls I ever went to when I was just a couple months old.
Yep. I got plenty of their bumper stickers that I acquired at Bowling Green and Fort Recovery, but
Nice. I'd love to get a Lions Super Bowl sticker. I got to get one so I can put it on the for the campsite at BG to advertise for them, and help them out. The way I look at a lot of these pull guys for me is it's like when I go into a gym, it's like all these cool equipment that I want to use, but I just don't get to them in a timely manner. That's the way I look at it. Like it's like all these cool pulls are everywhere, and I just got to figure out how to get to each one of them. But man, when I do, it's going to be a blast. That place looks like it's a lot of fun. It's really special with the chairs. That's really, really cool. Like that's up on the level of you get invited to Louisville, you get the championship ring at Bowling Green, and you get a chair at their event. Like that's a really, really cool, prestigious thing. I really like what they do.
Well, let's take, and we're going to jump a couple miles north and a whole lot of miles back west, and we are headed out to Wayne, Nebraska. I see Kevin Davis back there in makeup, and we are going to roll some clips and go ahead and bring him on to talk about his event that he's putting on the other side of the Mississippi this weekend.
The Horsepower returns to Wayne, Nebraska. Friday, Sear, July 24th. Get ready for a massive night of truck and tractor pulling action in Wayne, Nebraska. The Horsepower fires up at 6:15 p.m. with a stacked lineup of 13 classes. Watch the smoke roll and the dirt fly as some of the toughest pulling machines battle it out. Friday, July the 24th at 6:15 p.m. in Wayne, Nebraska. Bring the family, grab your friends, and get ready for Horsepower.
Good evening there, Kevin.
How you doing, Logan?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, we're surviving. It's kind of hot here today, but it's hot everywhere.
Yeah.
I can second that. So, well, Kevin, for those who don't know and those living under a rock, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
I'm Kevin Davis from Wayne, Nebraska. I'm the fair manager here for the Wayne County Fair. And we've been with the Outlaws now going on 6 years. So I've been promoting the Outlaws. I was with Bush and PPL, and I switched over to the Outlaws. So I take care of all this booking and help get all this stuff going for everybody.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
It's pretty simple, Logan.
We know that ain't true.
He does.
Yeah,
It sounds like he does everything. That's basically what he just said.
Exactly.
He does everything.
No volunteers at all.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what's going on this weekend in Wayne, Nebraska?
Well, we did have 13 classes. We made a little change this morning. We're down to 12. We didn't have enough diesel super stock pickups, so we changed out of that one because it didn't really feel like it was worth it. So we changed that, but we'll still have 12 classes. We'll have a good show. The weather's supposed to cool down a little bit, so it should be – that'll help us more because right now it's 110 out there. So we're hoping to get down in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, that's warm.
What class has the most vehicles that you're having at your event? What class has the most vehicles?
Well, it would either be the light limited pros or the Pro 4x4 has the most hooks.
Sweet. Nice. That's a good balance.
Yeah. You know,
Nice.
I said, being we got the pro stocks, and then I got naturally aspirated two-wheel drives. So all of them, limited pros, there should be anywhere from 12 to 15 of them. Pro stocks should be 10. So it'll all jump around. But last year we had 136 hooks,
Nice.
and I'm hoping we'll be right around. We should be over that 100.
Nice.
So
What's a crowd favorite of a class in the past? What do you think?
the semis.
Semi? Well, yeah.
Yep. The crowd. Actually, I had one of our photographers come up to me 2 years ago, and he said, "This is the first show because we put in a new grandstand. I put in a 5,000 person grandstand,
Nice.
and everybody sits all on one side.
Okay.
And like Jason, when he was here a few years ago, he called Wayne, kind of designed about like a Chapel Hill.
Okay.
So he kind of liked that. And these people, we have 5,000, and it was packed for the tractor pull. And they
Nice.
we had the semis last, and the crowd sticks around.
That's great. That's awesome.
And then, like I was saying, the photographer that we had, he come walking down to me, Ryan did, and he says, "Kevin, I don't know how you guys done this, but when two-wheelers run, usually the two-wheelers, the people kind of get up and leave." He says, "You held the two-wheeler people in the seats and nobody left." So,
Yeah.
that kind of made us feel good that we were able to do all that.
Absolutely. But the
You
fact
know,
you got it
all a
packed, that's
two-wheeler
awesome.
There is just a mini rod with the wrong proportions on it.
Yeah.
So
I
and then-
said, with everything that we do, we run 136 hooks in less than 3 hours.
Wow. How do you do it so fast?
I got the guys back behind. I got Dave Nelson that comes out with the Outlaws. I usually have him back behind.
Okay.
I just told the guys, I said, we want to get this done because this is our county fair, so everybody can get done. The people can either go to the Midway or to the food trailers around, because we also put on, before the poll, there's a free barbecue that we put on that we feed the whole public.
Ooh.
Everybody.
I'm getting closer to my screen. I hear free barbecue. I'm going to get really close here.
Yep. So we do the barbecue, and then people go up the grandstand for the tractor pull and truck, and so then that's how we kind of just thank everybody. The pullers get fed up there, so I mean everybody does. So
Well, thank you for doing that. That's awesome.
I don't think we touched on that enough there. 136 vehicles in 180 minutes.
Yeah.
A minute 20 a vehicle.
Yep.
And now that's one thing when a class has 20 vehicles in it.
Right.
But when you're making 6 different sled settings on each track, the sled settings what kills your time. So props to you guys on that.
Well, and that's what I preach to them, because usually when I go to the meeting, the pit meeting back there, I tell the guys, I says, we appreciate you guys coming, but on the other hand, not to really be a real badass here, but we want to get you guys done so our crowd can go have fun, and we can then go to the beer garden because we got live bands down there. So there's other things that everybody can go do. You just, to me, the faster you keep it running, more the people will want to come back the next year.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So how did you get involved with promoting the poll there?
I took my dad's spot out, so I've been on this board here since 2005 when my dad passed away. So I got on, and then I moved up through the rankings as usual, and I was president. And then I moved away. I sold my business and moved away to Phoenix for 5 years. So they made a new position, put me fair manager. So I take care of all the contracts and everything for the Wayne County Fair. So being a fair manager, you can live anywhere. So I just do it for them because we use the same grandstand venue up here for 4 different things.
Okay.
Thursday night we do a bull riding. Friday night we do the tractor pull. Saturday night we do a concert, which we got Trace Atkins, and then Sunday we come back with a wrecking derby.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing. That's like a 4-day event. Like that's awesome. That's kind of what I've been talking about in the past of, it's not just a pull, it's an event that you have to go and see. That's great.
Yeah. And
That's
we
fantastic.
charge. So like the night that we have the poll, so you come in for the barbecue, it's $20. You pay at the gate to get in. That gets you your barbecue and gets you into go anywhere on the fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a stellar deal.
that's always been my goal,
Wow.
to get this thing built up and keep it going. I just like to make things bigger and better. And I got a good board that I work with. I got 16 others on our board, and if you get the people working with you, it's a heck of a lot easier to convince them that we need to move forward.
That was my next question on a follow-up. Like, is the board very progressive in thinking, where you came up to them with these ideas with the beer garden and the concert and said, look, we want to put more money in your pockets. We want to put more money in the gas stations in the area, in the grocery stores, whatever it is. It's an economic impact that we can raise up when we have more events. We have it as a 4-day thing.
Yeah.
That's
we put in camp spots. We got room for 124 campers out here.
That's awesome.
We're putting in another 20. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hotels here in town, and they're all full. So we feel like it helps the community out, because Wayne's only 5,000 people. So it's nice because we get 5 to 7,000 people a day, So for a small town, we feel like we're doing things right.
I think you're doing things right. I think you've got the bigger picture in mind, which is make it a pulling event, and there's other things to do in the other days, and there's enough hotels and stuff around to support people to stay more than just one day. They want to camp, they want to stay at the hotels. That's great. I give you kudos.
Because when we build this thing up, because you got in the mornings, you got 4-H, FFA shows going on, all the livestock shows.
Mm-hmm.
So we try and keep all the families interested in the deal, and something for the kids. Our biggest problem has been carnivals.
Okay.
We've had our ass handed to us the last 3 years, but I got hooked up with a new guy. It took 2 years for him to get here, and we got a 5-year contract. He was just down the road here. One of our neighboring guys I got tied in with us, and everybody loved it. So but that's the thing it takes for even a tractor pull or anybody, your relationship to get built up with these people, to trust in you, and you trust in them to make it work.
Yeah.
With the Outlaws, it's been a real good relationship with them. With the division we've been in with them, we've had pull of the year every year, So,
mm-hmm.
It makes us feel good when the pullers vote us, to be there, and they all want to come back, because you guys know what it's like. Some pullers will say, well, I went there once, but I'll never go again,
Yep.
So to me, if you make your pullers happy, pullers will bring people with them, a lot of people don't understand that. And they say, well, what do you mean? I said, well, we got 2 local classes that we put in here with the Outlaws, which they cover the super fields and the 2-wheel aspirated class.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these guys will bring just not their family, but there could be 15 other people that come along with them to watch them pull.
Yeah.
And then we're selling beer in the grandstand, So that's 15 more people that come through that gate that you weren't going to get. So everybody said, well, why'd you have that class? I says, this is why you have it. But once you explain it to everybody, they understand that. Oh yeah, you bring them in, and then they'll sit there all night and watch it.
Yes, absolutely. And then they'll probably go to the concert, and they're probably going to go to the beer garden.
Yep.
And they're going to spend money. Yeah, absolutely.
So I said, so that's how to me, that's always been my goal, is to keep growing this, and we're on the right track, and it doesn't matter who it is. The bigger you get, the more problems you have.
Yeah.
But if you know how to tackle the problems, you handle it and move on.
I just buy bigger shirts the bigger I get. That's what I do. Just buy bigger shirts, bigger clothes. Yeah.
You become a bigger problem.
You can see that, guys. I'm down to a tank top. I don't have much left.
That's good.
But no, that's kind of what we've done out here in the Midwest, But I think then, just like with the grandstand when it's full, the biggest improvement that we done, I put in 24 spots, all handicap accessible.
Oh, that's smart.
And that was the biggest thing that we've done. Them people, they can all, because there's a row in the front that's all set up for them 2 wheelchairs in every area going down through there, and the people love it. They can pull up behind the grandstand and unload their parents or whoever it is and go right up in the grandstand.
That's a great idea, because a lot of times we don't think about it, I think, as pulling community of the people that maybe are handicapped or they need a little bit of help. They want to feel like they're included. And the fact you did that is that's a really awesome thing.
Yeah. So, you know, we, it took us all a long time to get it all figured out, but we done this all right after COVID. So, I mean, but that's how we've taken this thing and changed it, you know, and when you were doing it, oh yeah, your community didn't like it because the community didn't like change. But once you make change, oh boy,
change is always hard.
Yeah, because we went from a plank board to aluminum seating, and we had cottonwood trees behind it on the west side blocking the sun. Well, it was all going to be hot, but they didn't understand after we took that big berm out of there and all these seats stacked up, because I put it on. We put in 2 foot of dirt, and then I put a riser on the front, another 2 foot, so it's up 4 foot off the ground.
Oh, okay.
So that air is all coming underneath and going up through the seats.
That's nice.
And the guys, and we, you know, like I said, we started. It's going to be 6:15. The sun's behind everybody, and everybody says it's not even hot in there. So awesome. we actually done something right.
Yeah, it's no fun staring into the sun.
No.
We've all been there.
Yeah, but
don't let them get you down. It sounds like you're on the right track. You get the big picture, and you're going in the right direction. Don't let them get you down.
Oh, I don't. I try and I keep moving forward, you know. And like I said, we get through today. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 82, and then I think Thursday when we get into the bull riding, it's supposed to be like 75, and Saturday or Friday for the tractor pull 75. I mean, that's just right.
Yeah, 75 horsepower weather.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then you don't have to worry about the track, you know, and everything, because the moisture will stay there. So
exactly.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we do out here. And like I said, I always like watching all these shows, because Jason had me on. Well, I think, weren't you on there, Logan, with us?
Yeah, I was on there.
That was early this winter. We done a deal where everybody kind of give their own ideas, different ideas of what they all do, you know. But
that was fun to watch.
But yeah, it's a nice deal that everybody gets to learn from other people and see how they do stuff. And my thing is, if you can go to a different show and you pick up one thing, you come home with a success.
That's
yeah.
Right.
Well, like I've said for a long time, and you get this, more campground is going to equal more fans. It's going to equal more economic impact, and you're just going to grow and grow and grow from that.
Yeah, because everybody wanted to know, because 2 years ago we bought the ground across the road from us, 25 acres, and we got it into alfalfa. But now for the tractor pull and pickup pull, the regular parking lot will be all full of haulers. So then we put everybody across the road. Now this year I made another change, so we're going to use trolleys and bring everybody up through there so they don't all have to walk, because it's uphill. So I said, we'll just get a trolley and get the people up there. And I think once the people realize how it works, it'll be fine. But like I just said, your first few times doing it, it's growing pains, you know.
Yeah.
Why do we got to go across the street?
Yeah.
They'll be whining, but then the trolley will come and they'll go, we're fine, we're good.
Yeah. So it's just kind of how you got to do this thing and grow it. But and like I said, you know, with all the different associations around, the Outlaws have been good, and now with the kind of the merger with us and NTPA, you know, I think the whole thing is going to work out better as being a promoter on the backside.
Gotcha.
And that's what I feel is a lot of people don't understand, that is when things go together, how it's all going to work. But I said, I love it and being a promoter, but because I talk with the Outlaw guys all the time, you know, and I just I just tell them my feelings, you know, and then, you know, then they call you back and they say, well, God, you are kind of interested in this. You do have, you know, which I am, you know, I like doing it, but I like doing it for them, but also for our community to grow this thing and make it bigger.
Yep.
So have you ever been down the track in a vehicle, Kevin?
Nope.
Really?
If you could build yourself one vehicle, what class would you jump into?
Pro stock.
Pro Stock. What would you name it?
Oh, come on, Logan. That's getting a little. I have no clue.
Okay, we'll back it up. What color would you go with?
It'd have to be red. When I was born, worked on the farm with my dad. We were all international.
Now,
What about Jack of all trades?
Yeah, there you go, Jack of all
Jack
trades.
of all trades. Like you sound like you're literally that definition.
Or call it the promoter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Everybody say, "Oh, there he is."
There he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've always loved the Pro Stocks. It's always been a big favorite of mine. And right now, you're seeing in the Outlaws, you're seeing a lot more Pro Stocks come out, which is good. So I mean, and I like the class. I like them all. I honestly, I like the pullers because the pullers, people don't realize it. Like our people will come early in the afternoon and then they go out in the pits and visit with them. And these people don't realize how friendly these pullers are because they want, if you walked out there, because I sponsored one of my old buddies bought seed from me. He passed away, Burning Bucks, Mike Dunklau from Wayne here. And he just couldn't wait for family to walk up with their little kids and put the kids up on the seat of the tractor, to take their picture. And people wouldn't, you'll let us sit up on there, and people, they don't care, So that's to me, that's kind of a family deal where people get to do stuff and you can visit with them. You go out in the pits and you see a 3-engine mod or a 4-engine mod sitting there, or a pickup or a big tractor, and the kids can stand right by it, and the parents are even totally amazed,
Yeah.
But
Wow.
It takes just one instance like that when you're a little kid to spark your inner drive to get into pulling at some point later. It could take something as small as walking up to a puller and, hey, can my son take a picture on your vehicle or take a picture with you or whatever. Like it could just be that one little moment that changes that kid's life. And now 20, 30 years from now, he's a puller himself.
Exactly. I mean, it's very interesting when you watch the kids and I get to see them all and all that. But I said, as me being a promoter on the backside, I like doing it because I feel like I'm giving back to the community what my dad did,
Mm-hmm.
And I just like that part of making things bigger and better for everybody.
Cheers. Thank you.
That sounds like you did
Not
a
a
great
problem.
job.
So, who helps you out the most with your event? Do you have a lot of volunteers that do it? Local organizations?
Tonight we call it our fair cleanup. So you got the FFA and 4-H kids and their parents out here getting all the barns cleaned up. And then once they're all done, then all the kids will go home on Sunday. And then we got another big event starting on Monday afternoon. We have that Manure Expo. They just had it out in Ohio last year. It's here at our fairgrounds starting Monday through Thursday of next week. So we got a long 10 days ahead of us here.
Gotcha.
And the thing that everybody says, so how much do you guys get paid? Paid? What's that, guys? Well, you don't get paid? No. I said, we're all volunteers.
Yeah.
Really? Well, I guess I'm not in on this deal. I said, well, that's fine. There you go. There's the door.
Yep.
Yeah. But like I said, I got 16 other guys on here with me, and we got a treasurer and a secretary, and I do all this stuff behind the scenes. But and to me, it takes one person behind your scene to keep everything going, and then you'd start designating things out to everybody else to make your show grow.
Yeah,
that's how you got to do it. Because if I had to, because like now they're coming in to set up for the bull riding. Well,
Mm-hmm.
so they'll start and they've already called, and we got to go up there and help. Just tell them how to do it, and they'll set up, But you got to keep everything moving so everybody just doesn't stand around,
Yeah.
So somebody's got to be the real bad person, and I guess once in a while I got to be. Because
Somebody's got to do it.
my gal that does Facebook for us, she come up with a deal called the pie in the face. So they took a vote, and I don't know how the top 4 people off of our board they got to pay to put their vote in, So there's 4 buckets that'll be around the fairgrounds
Okay.
all through the fair here, and they put their vote in along with money. And for some ungodly reason, guys, my picture got put on there. So then on Sunday they'll announce the winner or the loser, however you want to call it. We do a wood carving deal. We auction them up. So whoever raised the most money gets a pie in the face on Sunday.
Well, wait a minute. What kind of pie is this? Why are we waiting? What flavor is this?
I said I'm afraid my pie is going to be about this big around with about 5 guys off my board wanting to throw it at me.
I mean, that sucks, but if it was like blueberry or banana cream pie, I'll have my mouth open. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, who knows what it'll be. But
okay.
No, we just try and have a lot of fun too, and just do some other little things. And the floating around on Facebook right now, it isn't looking good for me right now, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Facebook is like my doctor. Don't listen to it. They're all just negative.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Basically, that's about it. You're taking one for the team, but
yeah,
whatever. I mean, it's all in fun.
Yep.
That's awesome. So we still got a couple minutes here while we're waiting for Derek to pop on to tell us about Montgomery City, Missouri. So if you have any questions here for Kevin, put them down there in the comments. But
yeah, what sponsors you want to give a shout out for?
You know, we raise. What we do is, as a fair board, we go out and sell corporate sponsors, different levels.
Okay.
We got a 2,500, 1,500, 1,000, 750, 500, and a 300. So far this year, we're up to $220,000 what we've raised in sponsors.
Nice.
I mean, that just kind of helps. I mean, yeah, it's a long ways from a big deal, but I said, we got so many of them. I just thank all of our corporate sponsors, because without them, we would not be able to put on a county fair.
Yeah.
But it takes, and all you guys know this, it takes a lot of money to put these things on. But even like these shows here, like when I started working with Jason, I says, which it's pushed huge to get to the public that didn't know anything about pulling.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I said, it's a sport it's been here for years, guys. When I was a little kid, that when NTPA was coming across the Mississippi, they used to pull in Lincoln down here at the Nebraska State Fair. NTPA was there, and I remember going to all them shows. Even when I was 21, we went there,
Yeah.
So we're trying to bring this back to where it needs to be, to where the people, the pullers, everybody is recognized, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of time to do this, and people don't realize it. That's my feeling on the whole thing. But when you do the corporate sponsor deal, I'm just damn happy with all the corporate sponsors that we got.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think your idea of having the concert, having the beer garden, having the bull riding, you're going to get new audiences. They're going to be interested in those things, and that maybe are not a tractor pulling fan, but then they see that there is a pull, and then they watch it. Like I said before on the show, let's say there's 10 people that come for the bull riding or the concert or the beer, and then 2 or 3 out of those 10 go, wow, this tractor pulling thing's sweet. I'm going to go to this again next year, and more pulls. Yeah, so that's how you get new people into it.
Right. It's called, to me, I call it, that's the baby steps where you bring them people in, and then like you just said, God, we were at this one. Let's go to this next one. It's only 40 miles down the road. Let's go try it out next year. So, I mean, that's where you got to go with that and tell these people. And once they see it, oh God, let's go to another one,
Yep.
So, I mean,
absolutely.
That's how you grow this thing.
Well, that's awesome. Well, one last question before we turn you loose and let you get back to your evening activities. Robert Miner wants to know, what's your favorite food to eat there?
They got everything. We got food vendors down here. They got, of course, we got barbecue. They got everything. Through the fair, I don't hardly eat because, I mean, whatever, because you're usually on the go. You'll grab something and go. But I says, we got 5 food vendors down there. Then we got a 4-H stand, a Catholic stand. And then with the new carnival, they've got like 4 vendors up in there. So there's just everything. But, my deal is if I get done, I'll just grab something to snack on it and call it a night, because it's just, it gets to a point you're just not really, actually, this right here is what I really want. So that's what I'm having.
There you go.
Because didn't they always say there's a pork, my old saying was a pork chop in every can.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's kind of what it is for us at this time.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Kevin, best of luck here this weekend, and thank you for spending a couple minutes with us telling us about your event.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
Thank you.
You bet.
The Horsepower returns to Wayne, Nebraska. Friday, July 24th. Get ready for a massive night of truck and tractor pulling action in Wayne, Nebraska. The Horsepower fires up at 6:15 p.m. with a stacked lineup of 13 classes. Watch the smoke roll and the dirt fly as some of the toughest pulling machines battle it out. Friday, July the 24th at 6:15 p.m. in Wayne, Nebraska. Bring the family, grab your friends, and get ready for Horsepower.
That was
There
sweet.
you go. Yeah. Mr. Kevin Davis. Well, we were waiting for the promoter of the Montgomery City, Missouri poll to come on. He's most likely taking care of all of his other duties leading up to this event. So we'll talk about his event for a couple minutes here. Going on here there July 24th this weekend. Not too far from my place out here, actually, but kind of a mix of two groups coming together there with both the Outlaws and the Excalibur pullers out of the middle of Missouri there.
Nice.
So stacked group of classes there, and it should be, once again, another pretty good event. Beautiful grounds out there in Montgomery City. So,
yeah, well, I know nothing about Excalibur. I've never even heard that one.
Yeah.
I'm sheltered, apparently.
We're going to roll their video, and then we are going to jump into have you guys done your rock, paper, scissors on who gets to go first?
Oh, Chris can go first. The shit show is going to be last with me because we're going to end with the shit show. So,
all righty. Well, let's roll this video, and we'll jump right into Chris's segment.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is coming to Missouri. Join us Friday, July 24th in Montgomery City, Missouri for an action-packed night of truck and tractor pulling. Show starts at 7 p.m. featuring 5 action-packed Outlaw classes and 3 Excalibur classes. Additional prize money added. Bring your friends, bring your family, and experience an unforgettable night. Friday, July the 24th at 7 p.m. in Montgomery City, Missouri.
Nice.
Alrighty, Chris, this time is yours. Segment.
Well, that is me on a pulling tractor, which hopefully one day that'll be the truth. I picked Killing Time with Chris K because nobody really pronounces my name right. Everybody's been doing good on here, but now that I am, and Killing harkens back to Kilburg, Germany, which is where my family's from, which is less the name Kilbarger. So we came from Kilburg, so we are Kilbargers.
Oh, okay.
Kilburg.
You ready for the bad joke of the night?
Sure.
You know, Germans love parties because if they invite you and you don't come, they'll come get you.
That's true. That is a bad joke. That's good, actually. But yeah, one of my loves is the history of pulling. And you see from the person that was on, or the tractor that I was on, that's a ripoff of Wheeler Renninger's old tractor.
Nice.
Back in the day, it was had twin Donovans on it. He's local to me, probably 20 minutes down the road. That he ran the county fair in Circleville for a long time.
Okay.
But what kicked it off for me back in the day, and I got pictures to prove it, but back when I was a young boy, like he said, about probably second or third grade, my dad and my uncle took me and my brothers. I have 2 older brothers, and my cousins. We went to a bush pull, and I was sitting there, and I told my dad I had to go to the bathroom. Now, at the old polls back in the day, you might have had a porta potty somewhere,
Yeah, but not nearby.
but not nearby.
No,
Well,
not nearby. No.
in their infinite wisdom, Carroll Tractor Pulls, which was run by the young farmers and farm wives, they put the porta potty at the starting line. So just in case the the pullers had to go, they jump off the tractor and go. That was the only one that was there.
Oh God.
Got up in there. I was, so I had to get down there, and I started, and modified tractor started right beside the porta potty.
Oh wow.
Scared the living bejesus out of me.
Were you going 1 or 2?
I was doing 1.
Oh, okay,
I could have gone 2 with that.
I wouldn't be brave enough to go number 2 if I was next to the starting line. I don't care what class it is.
Literally 5 foot from me when it started. Now,
oh my God.
Back in the day, we're talking mid 70s.
Wow.
So,
okay.
So you might have had a single engine modified, but still a big black Chevy standing right beside you when you're going to the bathroom.
No, I get it. Like that vibration alone is going to make you go whether you want to go or not once you're in.
I thought the world was coming to an end.
Yeah.
But that, I guess, fear. I came out of there pretty quickly, and the tractor that was sitting there is the tractor that I got pictures of.
Okay.
Was called the Pink Panther. Couple local, in our neck of the woods in Central Ohio, that tractor was legendary.
Really?
It won that Carroll Tractor Pull almost every year.
Nice.
Back in the day, you had weight classes. You didn't have, when that first started, you had tractors. It didn't matter if it was a modified tractor or a stock tractor, whatever. They pulled together.
Okay.
You started at 5,000 pounds, and by the end of the night, everybody was at 12,000 pounds.
Oh, okay.
The Pink Panther loved 12,000 pounds. It was an M Farmall, okay, with a big block Chevy on it. And I found this is what it became later a little bit. There was a person named Ned Kaufman that bought it from the Millers after that, and I'm good friends with them now.
Did he repaint it?
It's still the same paint job. He added a little too, but that's what it looked like when the Millers had it.
Okay.
When it scared me, but it was like 70s Art Deco, beautiful paint job.
Yeah.
And I found out through my history, through my through the internet and different polling sites, because you can look up lots of history through Polling Reference, through Dan Mayer, people like that.
Yeah.
That you can get people will chime in from their life experiences with the history of some of these things. Well,
yeah.
I got a chat from the Hart family, which I believe is Hart's Turbos, that still is in existence. And I believe one of the heads of the NTPA back in the day.
Oh.
That tractor was they bought it at an auction. The Miller brothers bought it at an auction out in Indiana. They bought it from the Harts because of the auction. The Harts had that tractor. It was actually what they call a Kinsey repower.
Okay.
Basically, you don't have enough horsepower to run it on the farm. So Kinsey will either basically put the engine of your choice in it for you.
Oh.
So they put a 427 big block Chevy in it.
Okay.
And those pipes look just like, they're very similar to what was on a 1468 Farmall.
Okay. Now, was there a cubic inch limit to this, or was that just something that they had laying around?
Weight limit. That was it. But this, whatever company was, built it for the Hart family, and it was on display. They said, we want to display your tractor at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville.
Nice.
So that tractor was in Louisville when it was born.
Nice.
There's another picture of it on a trailer without the pipes on it. You could show that, Logan.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That's the Hart's trailer there. That's their D21 in the middle. And I don't know what there was another tractor there too.
Okay.
But that's it without the pipes on it. Just headed back from the National Farm Machinery Show.
Wow. What year was that?
Oh, I want to say 72-ish.
Really? Wow.
The early 70s.
Wow.
because it I guess they pulled it one time, and the one uncle, he just decided he didn't want it, but they put this paint job on it so they could display it at the farm machinery show.
That's cool.
But right after that, the coolest thing about the tractor is it had an automatic transmission, but it also had the standard shift as well. So
Oh,
it basically had two transmissions in it. So when it got moving, it was moving.
really?
So it was just, once that thing hooked up and went. I was lucky enough to go back. I looked up Dale and Bill Miller back when I was in college,
Mhm.
and Dale brought me into his home, and some of these pictures came from a videotape that he gave me.
Wow.
I worked in an engineering department at one point, and I actually made a poster-sized picture of him and his brother standing beside the pulling tractor that they won trophies.
Yeah.
And I made a CD and a digital copy of the um, of the VHS tape, which they
Nice.
had made from a 9mm back in the day. But they had, basically, he allowed me to have all of his stuff, and I scanned in every single one of the pictures that he had. He had a big
Mhm.
box full of them, and I scanned them all, and I gave their family a CD of all those pictures.
That's really cool.
So, but of course, I still have them as well. So
Oh, yeah.
I got to do that. But unfortunately, I mean, this is my end all be all. This is the tractor that started it all for me. This is the
Really?
one that got me excited about pulling, and we went every single year to Carroll to see that tractor. And he came in like clear at the end of the poll. He even beat. There was people came through from OSTPA
Mhm.
or even NTPA. Clarence Bauerbach, a guy had a tractor called the Deuces Wild
Okay.
that had twin 440s on it. This tractor
Nice.
would beat it every year. He beat a tractor with jet engines on it. The first year the Blue Angel came down there,
Really?
which was the I guess there was the Blue Angel and the Green Monster. Those were
Okay.
Arfons.
Yeah. Art Arfons. Yeah.
The Bussey family, in Akron, Ohio. But they would take, they would come through and get a test hook
Yeah.
with the guys that were down there. So I got to see all of these older vehicles, including the 4-play truck.
That's cool.
Was first built, came down to Carroll. So
Wow.
there was just, this place was like one of the epicenters, other than the state fair,
Yeah.
which unfortunately is no longer a pull.
Yeah.
I hate that, but
We make up it for a lot of other ones, though. There's more polls to go to than you can shake your fist at. I mean,
I
they're
agree.
everywhere.
Now there's, well, all of the polls. Luckily, all of the polls that were the state fair, the OSTPA hook and the NTPA hook. Well, not the NTPA hook, but the smaller one that actually went to Croton High, and they still have that every year.
Nice.
They have 2 tracks up there, so I
Nice.
generally go to that one. That's one of my must do's, and I talk to all the pollers when I'm there, and they all know me now. So, or for the
I
most
love pictures like this. Nostalgia like this makes us look
this
at
is-
where we came from, where we're at, and where we're going to go. I mean, people say you shouldn't look in the, they always tell me this too as a car metaphor, right? Look through the windshield because it's wide and there's plenty of potential. The rear view mirror is small for a reason. You shouldn't look in the past that much. You should look through the windshield. I'm sorry. You should
Well-
look through the rear view mirror more just
Yep.
because you get to see and appreciate the stuff from the past and you get to learn from it so you can make a better future.
Yeah, if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it, right?
Yeah, no,
You did the bad things. So
yeah, I
But
see the I see the fast food on my credit card bill. I know
yeah,
that.
there's a closer one of it when it first came. So
That's
what
cool.
it was originally,
Man, that's cool.
and they had to take the pipes off so it would go underneath bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
overpasses. But yeah.
Do you think it's a lost art with that, Chris? Do you think pulling vehicles on an open trailer like that is that a lost art?
Yeah. Honestly, what I would love for them to do, almost like some of the guys do or did back in the day, they had like ramp trucks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
like TV Tommy Ivo back in the day had his dragsters.
Okay.
And he had exhibition passes and stuff like that they had like plexiglass sides on them.
Yeah.
So going down the road, you can see it.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
those kind of things. That was just the essence of cool for me.
I agree. I agree. That would be really cool.
Fortunately or unfortunate for me, and we got several people trying to beat on this right at the moment, because the great grandson of of Ned Kaufman that owned the tractor at one point. I know exactly where this tractor still sits.
Really?
And we've tried to talk him out of it several times.
Okay.
So, but it's in Central Ohio still, and what I would like to do, and I've talked to several people now, I would like to make a pulling museum at one point.
That would be awesome.
And or at the very least have some sort of a trailer or a truck that we can take to polls to show them the history.
Yep.
You know,
what you mean down where you live?
It could be where I live. It can be last year I went to the NTPA Hall of Fame inductions.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough that they let me eat dinner, and I wasn't invited, but I was there for the open house, and I got invited to come in and sit, which was like an amazing time for me.
Yeah.
Because I sat down across from Dave Archer and his wife, and I sat right beside Dusty Arfons.
Oh, cool.
Think about that. Who didn't have a crush on Dusty Arfons back in the day? Come on.
Yeah, good point.
My age.
Good point. I mean, I've seen pictures, but
she's still good looking, I would say.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm a little bit younger. I
look her up, but
I have to look her up later, and when I'm not on camera, I have to look it up later.
I'll say I'm a sucker for a lady in a fire suit. I am. That's just the way it is.
Oh no, I agree.
Root for them probably more than I'll root for a guy.
I love the ladies.
So.
No, that's great. Where do you think, though, realistically, Chris, if Rich now with the WPI and the NTPA, with the Outlaw merger and how that's working now, and where do you realistically think in, let's say, the next 5 years that a brick and mortar museum will be built? Obviously, I'm biased because I think Bowling Green is centrally located off I-75, but it doesn't have to be in Bowling Green. Where would you think it'd probably be best, and where realistically do you think they might put one?
I think Marion, Ohio. I think they got plenty of room.
Yep, at the headquarters. Yeah,
and it can be. I'm part of a group, owing to my monster truck on my shirt right now, because I was lucky enough to throw tires around for a couple teams back in the day.
Okay.
But there is an international monster truck museum in Butler, Indiana, and I'm friends with the guys up there. I just saw last night, if you go online, there is a person that took a tour of the museum.
Okay.
And I think I told you guys this: the Banner Brothers Brown tractor, the stair step triple, is on display at that museum right now.
Love to see that. To see that.
And it's Dave's been on it already, and it doesn't run correctly yet.
Okay.
But if Mr. Nowicki, the guy that owns it, if he's mechanically inclined enough that he can make that happen.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot more history, to come later.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I just wanted to get your thoughts, being that you're such a historian with this. Where do you think that, number one, where would you like to see one? But number two, realistically, and I can't argue with Marion. Marion would be a great location. I
mean, I think Central Ohio is the best place.
Yeah.
It's very centrally located for a lot of things, that, and I think that it's easy to get to everything.
Yeah.
As long as you don't go down Indiana 70, you're fine.
True that. No, dude, I just drove over there when I went to Evansville, and I should have just stayed on 75 and caught whatever that goes through 6 to Louisville, because 70 to go west of Dayton was a nightmare. It was like a
as soon as you get
minefield.
the border, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It'll rattle your teeth out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that's really cool. Those pictures are great.
Would be an awesome. They have plenty of land up there.
Okay.
So, and I talked to several people about it, but they already have the NTPA Hall of Fame pictures and stuff down through there, and I got to talk to I was in heaven, to be honest, with history. Danny Dean, the patriarch of the Bargy family.
Yeah.
Got to talk to him for a while, just hang out and talk to him.
I used to work years ago for Advance Auto, and I remember Bob Chamberlain used to come in all the time here in BG and used to buy, 48, so whatever spark plugs at a time. And why are you buying so many spark plugs? I'm working with some motors, dude. Don't worry about it. I wish I would have spent more time talking to Bob. I really wish that. He was a great guy.
Bob is a sweet man.
Yeah.
I can say that now. Yeah, I because of the monster truck thing and being part of that, it's almost like pulling. It's the same thing. It's all family. It's like one dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
But once you're in it and people know who you are, they'll always know who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm between him, Jim Kramer and Bob Chandler. I can no longer call them Mr. Kramer and Mr. Chandler. They are Bob and Jim. And
That's
then
cool.
you have Gene Patterson, which was Colt Cobra. Back in the day.
Okay.
But yeah, but I've
nice.
And I would love to like we had the Hall of Fame induction at the headquarters this past year.
Yeah.
I would like that to continue and invite fans.
That would be cool. If you had a fan interaction, that would be really neat.
They have a beautiful space that they had dinner, and to be able to mingle for a older fan like myself or even younger fans, for them to be able to mingle with legends is unbelievable. I did the same thing with the Monster Truck Hall of Fame, and I think they're on their 11th or 12th year now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Up in Indiana. And I never saw so many people my age, burly men, almost faint meeting their legends. I mean, meeting Bob Chandler. I had you know who that is?
Yeah,
I do actually. I'm to the point now where Bob, you know how you walk up beside somebody, you tap him on the wrong shoulder.
Yeah,
I do that with Bob all the time.
Well, who was the coach that used to be of Nebraska football? The one that won the national title in the 90s. Can't think of his. He's an athletic director, I think, now for Nebraska. I was when the College Football Hall of Fame was in, I believe it was South Bend, Indiana. I was in the merchandise area looking for a T-shirt or something. I bumped into a guy. I said, "I'm sorry." Turn around. It was him. And I just was speechless. Not that I was a Nebraska fan. I was, Ohio State, Michigan, whatever. Right. But the fact that I could have just said hi and had a 30-second conversation, I regret it because now, I'm probably never going to bump into him again. So, yeah, no, I agree. Like,
to see people like Joe Ader.
Yeah.
He was at the induction ceremony. And to see him fanboy over Ken Veeney.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Pretty cool.
It is just or Dave Archer or Dusty Arfons.
Yeah.
You just go, these people are human.
I've never met any of these people. Like I ran into Billy Beers at his car. He had pulled up with his car, and I was doing some of the gate work at Evansville, the Busch Light Nationals. I didn't recognize him at first, and I was just sitting in the chair and helping the guys, and he smiled at me, and I go, "Hey!" And then I thought, "Wait a minute, it's Billy Beers!" And I almost jumped out of my chair and ran down to chase his car to give him a hug or whatever and say, "Hey, I'm Stu," But I totally get it. I get it.
And that's cool. Well, I was at Wilmington this past weekend. I was sitting there, and Keith Horse came over to us to say hi. He was going to be the announcer, and he goes, I introduced myself, and he goes, "Chris, I know who you are." I'm the as people call me. There's another event that I did. It's called Pigtown Palooza. They call me the famous Chris. I don't know why. It's like
nice.
Everybody knows who I am.
No, that's good. Well, when I met Dan Mayer, when I showed up to volunteer at Evansville, I pulled up. It was so cool to meet him. And then 30 minutes later, I was like, or maybe it was an hour. I said, "Hey, Jason, can you give me some sunblocker? I'm burning up and I'm starting to pass out." He's like, "What's the matter?" I go, "I'm straight in the sun, and I only had the hat. I didn't have a candy or anything." Dan comes back, goes, "Here, we get a candy before you. Is there anything I can do?" "Yeah, can you go give me some sunblocker and some aloe vera?" "Yeah, I'll run to Dollar General." So that was the weird day I met Dan Mayer. He ran and got me sunblocker and aloe vera just to come back so I could get through the day. And anytime I meet somebody famous, it's cool. And then it gets be awkward. Like I had to ask somebody to go get me sunblocker and aloe vera, but he's a great guy. He helped me out a lot. And I'm looking forward to having many drinks with him at Bowling Green in his off time, not when he's working, obviously. But yeah, it was great. But I love meeting him.
Right.
It's like, what do you say when you meet somebody that are your heroes? Like, you can't sometimes speak. Like, you get tongue tied, and you say something stupid, or you don't say something at all, and it's like, you have to take a deep breath and relax and say,
That was the first year at the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. I was walking towards Bob Chandler to say hi to him.
yeah,
And I turned around and almost ran over the owner of USA One.
oh wow,
And I was like, you're yeah, you are that person. I mean, he looks just like him from back in the
yeah,
day. And it's
that's
like,
cool.
you're just,
That's cool.
it took me 3 days to get down off the cloud.
Oh
And
no, I get it.
want that same thing because they sell that out every year.
Yeah.
And we're talking anywhere from $30 to $50 to get in, but they have
Oh,
meal
wow.
and all that kind of stuff. But they
Okay.
have like a meet and greet, almost like a homecoming on Friday
Okay.
night. So everybody comes in. It's just like you see them come in, and you're like, that's and that's
Yeah.
and getting to know all these people and being friendly with them, or going either get your stuff signed. Some people do that.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I'm a photo op guy. I would rather let you know that I was with you or there and thank you profusely because, some of those people kind of changed your life a little bit.
Yeah. See, I don't do the signature thing when I ever meet somebody in public that's famous or whatever, athlete, whatever it is. I don't do the autograph thing. I just think they think I'm trying to sell it for money, and that's not the case. I like to take pictures with people. Hey, can I just take a picture with you? This would be really cool. Can I, excuse me, this and that. Like at Bowling Green, when people come, I want them to meet me down at Parade Alley Lounge, sign the camper. It breaks the ice. They can write whatever they want, take a picture with themselves. They take a picture with me if they want, all my group. The people, like, I love that because it's an icebreaker for people to meet and say hi and just kind of hang out. Like, we're all people, we all, even our heroes, they breathe, they have to eat, they have to sleep. Like, they're regular people like us. So yeah, it would be cool to meet some of these people down the road. I got to make sure I don't get sunburned and ask them for aloe vera and sunblocker.
Oh, completely. You have to plan ahead. You have to. I look at all these people and I look at Jason and Dan and all these folks. They're like, oh, I figured they were my age. Well, they're about 8 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, or like the guys who are on tonight. Well, those are older guys. Well,
Yeah.
They're my age. I'm an older guy. I'm sorry, I am. But I'm
on the wrong side of 40. Don't feel bad. I'm on the wrong side of 40. It's a plateau. It goes down a little bit, plateaus, go down a little bit, plateaus, and it just depends how much ibuprofen and Pepto-Bismol I take that day. That helps my day out.
Yep. You just take it day by day, and as that what'll become my tagline. If you're not on an adventure, you're just killing time.
That's true. Oh, why didn't you put that in your photo? Why didn't you seriously? What the WTF? Why didn't you put that on your logo? Do that. You got to edit it for next week, man. That's kick ass. That's kick ass. You got to edit that for next week. That's great.
That's behind the paywall. It's fine.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, where'd Logan go, by the way? Is he still on here? Where is he?
I'm just hiding, letting you boys do your thing.
Oh, that's okay. I thought maybe we were annoying you and you left for whatever reason. So.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Kansas. I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm behind the screen.
Dude, I want to come visit you after the pulling season's done, maybe in late fall. And do you have like a big fire pit? We can do like a big bonfire or something.
I'm sure we could work something out.
Yeah, dude, I just love being around a bonfire, smoking a cigar, having a marshmallow, and then 5 chocolate bars on top of it and mashing it into a graham cracker. That's a good time.
Well,
that's a good.
I've been doing some math while you guys were sitting there, and before we move on here to Stu's segment, we got to bring restitution to who's winning the Fit Height Stakes Series picks. From last week.
Yeah.
So for those that didn't know, there was a 3-way tie between Jason Schultz, Stu, and Chris. Yep. And the only way to settle that was they decided that they were going to go off the lightweight super stocks in Macon, Missouri this weekend. Jason Schultz went with the Yield Express. Yeah. Stu went with the Considered Armed and Dangerous ride. And Chris rounded it out with Alter Ego. And taking the positions from both nights, With a combined score of 12, Jason Schultz wins this week's edition of the high stakes picks.
Fair and square.
I should have put it in the. It's hard to win your home poll. It just is. So that's okay. I'll take.
Hey, the cool just get cooler. He's
That's
a cool
right.
guy. The cool get cooler.
That's right.
Well, are we ready for some what's stewing with Stu?
All right, we got two main topics tonight. I want a lot of fan interaction. I want a lot of comments, everyone. Two things we want to touch on tonight. First is going to be the old man thing. The subject this week, speed limits. Do you follow the speed limit? And I say follow within 2, because your odometer, they give you a certain amount of leeway, right? You get 2 miles an hour either way, plus or minus. Do you follow the speed limit and obey the law for the most part, or you just say, fuck it, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want, and I'll wait to see if there's a cop around the corner? That's my thing. I want to know where people stand on this issue, because me, being a CDL holder, formerly a truck driver, dude, I am going the speed limit everywhere. If the school is out for 20 miles an hour and the yellow lights are on, I'm doing 19. If I'm anywhere in a major metropolitan area or Bowling Green, it says 35, I'm doing 34, 35. If I'm on an I-75, I'm never going to go over 71. Why? Because as a CDL holder, I don't know how things work in Kansas or other parts, but Chris might know about this being in Ohio. They consider you a professional driver when you have a CDL A or B. So when you get pulled over in your regular vehicle, they look at your license, they punish you 10 times more if it comes to a fee or a fine, because they consider you a professional driver. You should know better than the regular driver. So me not even driving, I mean, I did this when I drove truck, right? But I'm saying really now that I don't drive truck, but I still have my CDLA, I am super OCD about driving the speed limit everywhere. And I don't care if people say, you know, people that work with me, oh, I'll go 80 miles an hour in a 70 and I never get caught. It only takes the one time, and you're going to get caught, and maybe they'll tack on a reckless op, and then that's on your record. Now what are you going to do? Yep. You know, you don't have the money for the ticket. Now it goes on record. See, as a CDL holder, it goes on your DAC report too. So that sucks. Like, you could be in your personal vehicle and you get a speeding ticket, but because you have a CDL, if you go to apply for a trucking company, they'll see that on your DAC report for your CDL. So I want to know from people out there, am I being the over-the-hill old man here by bitching and moaning about something that's not a big deal? You know, I do the speed limit. And I'm not knocking people that don't do the speed limit. Hey, it's a free country, right? You know, whatever you do, you run that risk. It's risk versus reward. But when people always say speed was a factor in a crash and God forbid somebody passes away from a high-speed accident or whatever, I'm sorry. Just if you go the speed limit, you generally won't have an issue. So that's my thought on everybody tonight is a speed limit. Second topic, this is more pulling related. I want to talk about what's doing with Stu. Where would you like to sit if you can go to a pull? We kind of talked about this earlier with the promoters on how close you want to get to a track. Now, to me, I want to get as close as possible. I mean, if I could get within literally 2 feet and not have a barrier, I'd be the nutcase that would be 2 feet without a barrier. I remember as a little kid, my grandparents used to live behind a really busy railroad track that goes from east to west. Like, it's 20 miles straight in Northwest Ohio. It goes from downtown Toledo all the way until it gets to Indiana before it turns. So when those trains go by, they're rolling at least 70 miles an hour, right? I'd go literally to the edge of the track as a 4 or 5 year old because I love trains. You know, sometimes you put stones down or a penny, whatever, but I didn't do that. I just like to be close to the trains. I literally would stand as close as I could without literally getting my nose hit by the train going by. I got that rush. And it's the same thing when I go to tractor pull. I want to sit at a chair and a seat as close to the track literally as possible. Like Bowling Green, where our seats are, there's that, you know, that, what do they call them? The K-rail, right? That cement K-rail barrier. And then you go over that, and there's probably, 5 or 6 feet until the actual double steel barrier. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's the carry barrier, then you have the double steel. Yeah. I don't even want there to be any barrier. I want to be right. Obviously, it's not safe, but like me is like, I just get a thrill off of that. I want to be as close to it as possible. I want to literally feel it passing me by. And where we sit, you know, we get mud in the air and we still feel it in our chest. But I didn't want to know where people will stand on this. Do you like to sit way up in the stands and get a better view? Or would you like to be right up on the track? Like, where's no middle area in this question? Like, where do you want to be? Do you drive the speed limit or do you just do whatever the hell you want? And do you want to be right next to the track or way up in the stands? Which you think, with my opinion, it's kind of backwards. You think, well, Stu's playing it safe on the speed limit, but then he just goes as close to the track. He's insane. I just want to see what people think on that. That's kind of what's been stewing in my mind for the last couple of days. So we went off the ice last week. I'm still fighting with fast foods in the town about that, filling up my damn ice cup. I'm offering to pay more. Sometimes I get it filled, sometimes I don't. But yeah, that drives me crazy. But this week I want to talk about speed limit and where you want to sit next to the track. That's what's been stewing in this C average brain up here this week. So what do you guys think? Logan and Chris, what do you guys' opinion on that?
Let me go first.
You go first, Chris.
My brother and I have always sat clear at the top. And
Okay.
that's just because there's a backrest.
Uh-huh.
Now, I've been lucky enough, I guess we'll call it that. For last year and this year, I've been running 300-foot camera
Okay.
for full pole. There is nothing like that rush.
Yeah.
You are literally 4 feet from unlimited as it comes by you and blows everything all over you.
Yeah.
And you got to get that shot.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I have lots of people that go, well, you should wear earplugs. You should do this. You should do that. Well, you should get down here because this is a blast. Okay. It's as close as you can get to being on one of the tractors.
Yeah.
And one of these days, we'll just keep saying that. But, I was a farm kid. I grew up on tractors anyway, but I've never been on a pulling tractor. At least not. I mean, I've been on one when it was running, but not.
Yeah.
Drove it around.
Yeah.
So, but as close as you can get to it and not get hurt, I'm there.
Okay. What about the other one?
The speed limit. I guess the statute of limitations is passed for a lot of things. I used to be a hellion.
Okay.
When it came to driving when I was a kid, young and dumb. I used to say I had a 75 Mustang, 4-cylinder, 4-speed.
Yeah.
I used to hold that bad boy wide open every single morning. Drove from my house to school. It's close to 2 miles, and I can make it in 3 minutes.
Nice.
So I'd hold it, like I said, it's a 4-cylinder, 4-speed Mustang, so it would run 90 on a good day.
Yeah.
But I would just, header muffler, and away you go. And
Well, you're talking back in the day, though. I'm
to
talking
the-
like nowadays, right?
But now, and I drove that way for quite a while, but
Okay.
I've only had, knock on wood, 2 tickets in my lifetime.
Okay.
Lucky enough. But I've drag race people for fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was in my 20s, I had a 94 Z28 6-speed, and I did some mods to it. I think LT4 heads and a few other things. I took it on a country road out here, and I got it up to the governor. I think it was 150, 155, but it was in the middle of the night, and I shouldn't have done it. But like that was in my 20s. I was young, dumb, full of what. So, yeah.
Now I have family, a wife, and they kind of yell at you if you drive too fast.
Well, yeah, I
try
get
not
that.
to do that too much, but I keep up with traffic as long as it's
Yeah. And by the way, for people listening to the show right now, I want to comment. I'm not talking about 94 in Michigan. 94, there's no effing speed limit. Like 94 west of Detroit by Romulus and Detroit Metro Airport. I'm not talking about that. That's literally the cowboy Wild West. You can go between 90 and 120, and you can pass a Michigan State trooper, and they still won't pull you over. I'm talking about regular America here, regular roads. Like, what are we doing? What do you think, Logan?
In Ohio is horrible.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I am, I got my Google Maps or whatever pulled up, and it's sitting there clicking between, say the speed limit's 70, and it's sitting there flickering between 69 and 70.
Okay.
So, and I just set my cruise, and if the traffic's running 75 around me, you can pass me. I'll get there 1 minute early on like a 5-hour drive.
Okay.
They say 4 miles an hour over that they won't pull you over. That's what I've been told by a state.
Well, but see, there's the thing, though. I agree with you to a certain point, but when you drive a pickup truck that has a license plate that says 4BG Party, and you drive around on a Saturday night in BG, you're going to get pulled over even if you're doing the speed limit. So it kind of depends on the context of what you're driving and what your license plate says, too.
let's say my brother drives truck as well. He has a CDL, so
Yeah.
we follow the speed limit normally.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part. You know,
Gotcha.
I my foot won't go down like it used to.
Yeah.
I just it just I can't physically push it down that far unless somebody comes by and really pisses me off.
No, I agree.
And then I'll catch them, and then my wife will yell, and then.
Hey, well, Logan, out in Kansas now, I don't know anything about where you live, but it's pretty a rural area, right? So I'm assuming people do speed if they're in a hurry. You know, it's what is it, 55 if it's not posted, right?
A lot of our like country roads and stuff are all 35, but that's all gravel and it's as fast as you want to go around there. But the thing that really gets to me is you got what we like to classify as the Autobahn down in Texas, where it's 85 mile an hour speed limit.
Yeah.
And that's
it's
in the
weird
slow lane.
Cruise control at 80.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. And you're being passed at like 105.
Yep.
Oh my God.
When your mother-in-law is sitting beside you and you're driving her car, it's weird.
That's
So, but
that's a little nuts. Well, see, in Ohio, we have this thing where if you're in the country, if you're not in a city, and if you're not in a town, if there's not a posted speed limit, it's 55.
Yep.
So if you don't see a sign, that means you got to be doing 55. And you could be in a 70 zone a half mile before, but if you go outside that city limit and there's nothing, no signs, it's 55. So in Ohio, it's pretty easy to understand the speed. But I'm just figuring in a rural area, people aren't going to sit there and be driving Miss Daisy. They're going to go 70, 80 miles an hour if they got to go somewhere in a hurry. You know, if they got to go to town, they're 4 or 5 miles out of town. They're not going to worry about doing 35 or 55. I would guess they're going to, if they're in a hurry, I mean, right? Like they're just going to bust ass to get there. And I get that. I'm just saying, like, consistently, I just know where people stand on this. And if I'm the old man in the room. So, and what about now? Obviously, you pull, right? Like you're a puller, Logan. You're a professional. But if you weren't in a vehicle, would you want to be as close to the track or would you want to be far back?
So that's the deal is I'm either right there on the starting line watching them leave, and the only time that I'll sit up top is when we're indoors. That's the only time is I'll go to the top level and sit at the front of the top level.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I mean, I my friends from Illinois, Preston.
Indoors, but that's the only time that I'll go to the very tip top.
Yeah, and that's cool because like Preston and my buddies from Illinois and Big John from Wisconsin and stuff, they sit at the top of BG, right, on the north side stands. And as a fat guy, that's a trek to get to the top, especially when you're 30 bush lights deep. So by the time I get to the top, I almost have to stay for 30 minutes because I'm too exhausted to walk back down. So it is a nice view when I get up there. But then they're like, hey, this, and that. I'm like, guys, give me a second to catch my breath. And I think it was last year, the year before, I tried to go down too quick, and I literally fell and almost rolled all the way to the bottom. So that's why I don't go to this high part of the stands, is I don't want to injure myself. I just like staying at the bottom level. But yeah, like if I could, I would have my lawn chair, this fold-up chair. I would be literally within a foot of the white line, and I at the 200-foot mark, because that's usually where shit will blow up, right? Like 200-foot mark is where something's either going to go wrong or it's going really good. And our seats are right at the 200-foot mark on the north side. We have our seats area. And that's like usually where something will blow up. And that's like Chris said, that's the rush for me. I want to be there if something goes boom. So, but that's just me. That's because I'm not a puller, right? Like I'm not like you. Like you're used to the rush because you're in the vehicle itself. But for somebody like me who has never been in a pulling vehicle, man, I want to feel it. I want to be on the track, on the edge. Like that gets me.
That's the weirdest feeling, though, because even though I'm in it and right next to it, I'm the first guy taking off running if I see that vehicle coming any slight ways towards me.
Oh, really?
Like, and that's with most pullers out there is they're about to scare the guys that are most scared of a vehicle coming off the track because they know.
Yeah.
I mean, just when you're thinking about it, there how quick that chalk line's coming, and then that concrete wall or that barrier's right there.
Yeah.
So it happens so quick that you just instinctually get out of the way.
I get it.
Go through a concrete barrier. Yeah, it'll get your attention.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I was there for the Walshes when they did it at Fort Montgomery.
Wow.
It sounded like cannon shots go off when it hit it. And it was not a fun scene at all.
No, I'm not anticipating something to go bad. I'm just saying the chance that it could that's why I love being down there that close. That's just
Stu, if
Keep your head
there's
up.
running 2 tracks, Stu would put it right in the middle.
Right
of
in
the
the middle.
2
oh my
tracks.
God, that would be amazing. But here's what's better. You know what'd be
It
cool,
won't take
Logan?
that fast.
You know what'd be really cool? They put a blindfold on me. Wow. How batshit scared would a person be if they were blindfolded sitting on a launcher between 2 tracks? And let's say it's mods going. Let's say they got mods or unlimited on both of them. Wow, that would be amazing. That's a TV show
What
waiting to
Poland
happen right
needs here
there.
is a rodeo clown here. We need a Poland clown.
Yeah.
With just a bucket,
Oh, well.
and you just go.
Hey, I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Because Rich, the new head of NTPA, he used to be Go Gorilla
Okay.
with the indoor poles and the monster trucks. I know the guy that still has that Go Gorilla outfit. Okay?
Bring it.
And Rich says he fits back in it. So we need
Okay.
a mascot like Go Gorilla. And Rich, I twist his arm because I think we need one.
You know what the hat I want to wear and they sell it on Amazon? Is you guys familiar with the Philadelphia Flyers, the mascot Gritty with the googly eyes and he just shakes his head and he just look up Gritty. I want a Gritty hat. I told Big Andy, I said last year, I want a Gritty hat and then I'll sit by trackside with a Gritty hat. I would sit in a chair at BG. They're not going to let me, but I would sit in the middle without those K barriers with a Gritty hat just going like this. Just because the kids will love it and everybody will laugh and it's goofy and it's fun and I just think it'd be great. I'd be blind inside of it just going,
Little kids love mascots.
Yeah, it'd be great. Like we're entertainers. We are entertainers, guys. The whole point of this show is to grow pulling. How do we grow pulling? We have a platform for pullers and promoters to come on and we entertain. That's what we are. I'm the crazy Chris Farley character. Like it's obvious. But I mean, we're entertainers. Like that would be so much fun to do. That would be really cool.
That's fun.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stop drinking NyQuil now because I'm starting to hallucinate. But I think that would be cool. Yeah.
So, well, does that sum up what's stewing with Stu?
That's what's doing. I just wanted people to kind of give their thoughts on that. And next week we'll have 2 new topics, one polling related, one not. And we'll kind of go with this and see if people hate it. And if they hate it, then I'll switch to something else. We'll get something else. I mean, I'll get a monkey in here and some balls and I'll juggle and we'll get some bananas. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
I know this is your part, but I got one question for both you guys. If a tractor goes down the road, down the track and something comes off of it, is it disqualified?
What do you mean by disqualified?
If we'll say he loses one of the weights off the front of the tractor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or he loses the exhaust pipe comes off the front of a pro stock.
Okay.
It lands on the track. Should he be disqualified?
Not if he goes over the white line, in my opinion, but what the hell do I know? I mean, if a part comes off, but he didn't, I don't think he'd be disqualified. I mean, he shouldn't. Let me put it that way.
For weights and excessive fluid loss. I don't know.
That happened with Wilmington.
That's a big deal, though. Like, from a puller's perspective, okay, you just blew your turbo apart and your engine's laying halfway down the track. Do we disqualify you just because another kick in the nuts after that?
No, I think no.
I was just curious,
I agree.
They didn't.
But then again, like you look at it on the weights, like that is in the rule book there, and if your weight does come off, that is by law a disqualification.
Is that a rule across the associations, like regardless of NTPA? Okay, that's a rule. Okay. Well, what about 2 years ago? Was it last year, 2 years ago, when the Cash Explosion had his retirement run at BG and he got out to about the 150 mark? And remember, he came up, and when he came down, his left front tire literally broke off and it bounced all the way down across the 350 mark. And then the guys, on the PA went pull, as his retirement. But did his run count? Did he get a distance on that just because the left front tire came off? He didn't go over the white line.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look that up.
I'm just curious because that, like I said, at Wilmington, one of the what's the new class? Hot Farm. One of the hot farms, the exhaust stack came off. But
Yeah.
he didn't go past 100 feet.
Oh,
And it just landed beside the person, picked it up. He dropped 3 places. They put it back on, and he pulled again.
that's fair.
So I was just curious
Yeah.
because I wasn't. I always thought that it just something came off.
Okay.
There's 3 guys that would have the best explanation for that. You either got to ask Larry Richwine, Marvin Epperson, or Jerry Nelson.
Okay.
Between those 3 boys, you'll probably get 3 different answers, but you can come to a consensus.
Would
Rich
you be
Mine will
upset if
probably
that
talk
happened to
me for like
you?
2 days, and
Oh, well,
I like all of that.
that's the same deal. Like if you chuck the rods out the bottom of the motor and
True.
you have oil all over the track, or
Yeah.
something's on fire and there's fuel all over the track, what's kind of the whole deal there?
Well, that's excessive moisture.
Yeah, that's
another ball of wax.
that's beyond my capability and my
But if
understanding.
the fuel's on fire and it all burns away, is there still
Yeah,
fluid
sure.
loss?
Oh, yeah, good point. If the fuel burns away, then what's on the track? There's nothing left.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Good point. I just, just throwing it out there.
No, that's a good one. No, that's good.
It's just a thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah. We kind of went into next week's segment of what's doing with this week. Oh, one last thing I want to say on this segment real fast here. This wasn't part of my 2 topics, but I did get some feedback from a couple people I know going to bowl. If somebody's watching from the blue shirts, they still think that maybe next year, it's too late for this year, they need to consider people that can only come for one night, whether they're working, they're watching their kids, whatever. People want to visit. They want to go to the pool on Friday or Saturday or Thursday night, whichever one of those nights, or maybe it's a day session. They want to buy a ticket, but they want to go visit their friend that they know or their family members out in the campground, and they're only coming for one day, but they're forced to buy the $125 wristband. We have to come up with a different option for those people. Whether it's $60, $80, there has to be an option for you to come. It'll be a different color wristband. It has to be something, red for Thursday, blue for Friday, green for Saturday, something where they can come and see both sessions that day, if it's Friday or Saturday, right? Or the one if it's Thursday. But they can go and visit the campers that they know in the campground just for that one day into the evening. And then, that's my thing, because I'm just getting a lot of feedback on that, of they need to work this in for next year, where a lot of people can't stay the full 3 days. And it's not beneficial for them to buy a $25 wristband. They're only going for the one day. But they know family or whoever's out in the campground. I'm just saying it's more money in the coffers, and you're not alienating your fan base. And potential new fans. I'm just saying that needs to be, I wanted to bring it up on the show tonight, that needs to be a realistic thing they need to look at. So that was just my last 2 cents.
Yeah, and when it comes down to, we're putting on a show.
Yeah.
And the more fans, the better.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that wraps up What's Stewing with Stu, and with that wraps up this edition of Let's Grow Poland. So if you guys don't have anything else, leave us with a quote there, Stu, and we'll wrap it up.
I would just say, I love you guys, Logan and Chris. You guys are my brothers from another mother. You guys kick ass. And I would just say, please live for today, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Make it your best.
There you go. Well, we'll catch you next Monday, 1 week.
Peace.
7 Central, 8 real time.
Woo!
And we'll have another great time.
When the power hits the track, GMS is behind it. Family owned, built Butler County, Ohio, trusted worldwide. GMS delivers the good stuff: oil primer pumps, diamond forgings, darkened sleeves, precision bearings, and piston rings. From rods to complete front drive assemblies, we've got it covered. Led by Brett Payne and backed by a skilled crew, GMS is more than a machine shop. We're your pulling partner. GMS, solid parts, reliable service, built for the long haul.
Get top-quality truck parts, as well as expert application information about tractor pulling and clutch assembly, from our professionals in Waynesburg, Kentucky. Call Kenny's today.
Contact Corsa today and ask about their Pullers packages that give you all the information you need to know about your engine.
Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting in Rock Valley, Iowa gives their customers the most competitive edge possible. Be supreme. Buy Extreme.
Lincoln Diesel Specialties offers high-quality diesel performance products and services for various models of trucks. Check them out online.
The Pullers Championship is presented by a team of people with a commitment to the sport of pulling and a need to give back to the sport they love. The Pullers Championship was not created to be exceptional. It was created to be the exception.